Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. Today we're talking about Babylon 5 episode 15 of season 3 called Interludes and Examinations. In this we have a story of all of the characters really that are in a period of self-examination, a period of either denial or terror or concern. And in the case of Dr. Franklin, he has fallen back into his addiction to stimulants. In the case of Garibaldi, who wants to help, it's concern that Franklin will not face up to that and that he will have to take action officially that could affect Franklin's career. We have Londo, who on the one hand is looking forward to meeting back up with Adira, the only person he's ever really loved, and is spending an incredible amount of money to do this, while at the same time telling Morden to go away. He does not want to deal with him any further, and the fact that Count Rifa does not want to deal with Morden as well, thanks to Londo's poisoning him and threatening that he will give him the other part anytime that Rifa doesn't do anything to please him. And then, of course, we have Sheridan, who is worried about this war. What is going to happen if he cannot get all of these alien races together? And the fact of the matter is, Babylon 5 was built to get all these alien races together, but they really don't agree on a whole lot. And certainly about not going to war to protect each other. They'd rather fight each other than protect each other. And so he just is past the point of what to do on that. So it also takes in place with Kosh, where Kosh could do something to help all of this. And Sheridan knows it. And Kosh is very reluctant to do so. And Sheridan can't figure out why, because, of course, everything Kosh does is so cryptic and so innuendo-led that it's difficult to know what he says or what he thinks. And Sheridan tries to bring that to a head and suffers some abuse for it. So I believe what this episode is doing is, once again, trying to give us another side of these characters. We have seen Sheridan in his heroic nature, his ability to jump into a fight if it's necessary. We've seen Garibaldi's concerned side to help friends of his. We've also seen Franklin when he has had his struggles with addiction and how addiction has a tendency to come back even after you think you've had it licked. And we see Londo not seeing really the big picture. And so we learn more about these characters. We know that once, for instance, that something bad happens to Londo, he jumps to the wrong conclusion, even when the right conclusion could be standing right in front of him. And that's going to lead to more turmoil as the show goes forward. Of course, that seems to be the case with everybody, as there's going to be more discord as time goes on, even after something that might be considered successful in this episode. And it even gets to the point to where Sheridan is so uncomfortable with where he finds himself at this point that his father comes to him in a dream. This father, played by Rance Howard, by the way, who is the father of Ron Howard, who I don't think I have seen in anything else before. He's a character actor, probably has been in a dozen things I've seen I just didn't realize. But very good actor and amazing resemblance to Ron Howard. You would expect that, I suppose. But it's kind of an interesting thing to look at Rance Howard, who was an old man at the time that this was filmed. So we're seeing more of the shadows now in their ships and in their beings when they're having conferences with Morden. And we still don't know a whole lot about them. Perhaps we never will, in that they are as the Borg was in The Next Generation. Let's take a perfect enemy, one who we don't know where they come from, we don't know what they want, we don't know why they're doing what they're doing, and we don't really know the extent of their power. We know that they have been defeated 1,000 years ago by combination of the Vorlons and the Minbari. But other than that, that's all we know. And we think that perhaps the Vorlons and Minbari know a little bit more about it than we do and are not sharing it for one reason or another. We see a lot more about Kosh in this episode. Always he has been just kind of the stoic philosopher. And this time we get to see another side of him, which is very interesting. And also a little aside on Vorlon technology, specifically their ships. So that's what we put together in this episode of Babylon 5. We hope that you enjoy it and hope that you will continue to support the channel by watching our videos. And if you have not subscribed or liked, please do that if you will. Tomorrow we have another Deep Space Nine episode to review, and then we're going to be shutting down the studio for a week or so while we go on vacation. We'll be back with new things to talk about after that. So thank you for indulging me. So until next time, don't go far.